The Teton Sports Explorer 4000 is a versatile internal frame backpack that's been around for a decade and has achieved a serious reputation among backpackers. In this review, we'll take a look at how well it's made, how useful and practical it is, and more. I'm Oscar from Hike Much. On here, we post all kinds of content related to hiking and outdoor gear. If you're new here, click the subscribe button to stay up to date on our newest videos. I've been testing the Teton Sports 4000 for a while now, and so far I've hiked about 50 miles or 80 kilometers with this backpack. For more details and buying options, make sure to check out our full review on hikemuch.com, which I've linked out to in the video description. Also, if you want to skip to a specific section in this video, pause the video right here to see the table of contents. But for now, let's get right into the review. Let's start by quickly going over the specs of the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. The numbers in the name stand for 4,000 cubic inches or 65 liters, which is the total capacity of this backpack. I'd say that 65 liters is enough for 3 to 7 day hikes, even with winter camping gear. When it's packed to the brim, it measures at 32 inches or 80 centimeters in height, 18 inches or 45 centimeters in width, and 12 inches or 30 centimeters in depth. I do have to say that this is a very large backpack, which should be enough for just about anything, whether it's wilderness backpacking or section hiking. In my opinion, the largest downside to this backpack is the weight. In total, it weighs 5.1 pounds or 2.3 kilograms. If you'll be using it for a few nights in the wilderness, that won't be a big issue. But this backpack won't be suitable for ultralight long-distance hiking. The main reason why this backpack is so heavy is because it's built from thick and very durable materials. Teton clearly values durability and quality over weight, which is pretty good if you'll be using it in the wilderness. This backpack is made from 600D Oxford polyester, which explains why it's so heavy. The fabric, the zippers, all the plastic elements, the straps, everything feels very thick and very durable. It's clearly built for the backcountry, not ultralight hiking. Although they haven't mentioned this specifically, the fabric seems to be pretty good at resisting water. From the inside, it seems to be coated with some kind of a silicone or plastic coating that resists water. In fact, let's do a simple test. I'll pour some water on the fabric, I'll leave it on there for a few minutes, and then let's check if anything's wet on the inside. Okay, so it's been on there for about 2 minutes now. Now I'll try to get all of the water off and then let's see the results. As you can see, the fabric is a bit wet over here from the outside, but from the inside, it feels completely dry. Like nothing has gotten inside. So this material is waterproof or very, very water resistant. In light rain, the contents of the backpack shouldn't get too wet, but if it starts pouring, you can use the built-in rain cover at the bottom of the pack. You can access it by opening the Velcro pocket at the bottom and pulling out the waterproof rain cover. All around, they've used very thick and very durable zippers. I didn't find any markings on the zippers, so I guess they're unbranded, but they feel very durable. The zippers on the side pockets are also seam sealed, which is nice. All of them open and close very smoothly, except for the one at the bottom of the pack. When the backpack is packed full, the zipper is hard to open because it seems to rub against the fabric. And now let's talk about the seams. All around, it looks like they've done a pretty good job at the stitching. However, the seams aren't sealed, which means that they'll let through some water. There aren't too many loose threads or production defects, except for one place. In the middle of the pack there seems to be a production defect, where the fabric is improperly sewn together. If left untreated, I think that this will start to tear apart after a while, so I should either send it back to them for a repair or do the repairs myself. Unfortunately, that's something that you have to deal with when buying cheaper outdoor gear. One thing that I like about this backpack is that it's very comfortable to wear. I went on a 3-day backpacking trip with it and I had about 40 to 50 pounds of stuff in there, counting food and water. So all in all, it was a pretty heavy load as it was about 30% of my total body weight. Because the shoulder straps and the hip belt are all nicely padded, at the end of the day I didn't have any bruises around my hips or at my shoulders. Another thing that I like about this backpack is that it's very ventilated because of these airflow channels right here. My back still got wet around the hip belt because there's no airflow channels here, but everywhere else it was kind of dry. The only thing that I don't like about the padding is that it starts to make an annoying sound once it gets damp from all the sweat. I'll try to demonstrate it right now. You can hear it only slightly right now, but whenever the backpack is packed full, it gets only louder and louder. So if the bag is packed full and you've already walked a few miles, you will have to bear with the annoying sound. What I like about this backpack is that the hip belt is very robust and very thick. This meant that I could carry most of the weight around my hips, not my shoulders. Personally, I'm about 36 inches in waist. When I adjusted the hip belt tightly enough, one thing that I didn't like is that the leftover straps were very long and there isn't a specific way to secure them in one place. One hack that I found is that you can slip those straps through these hip belt tightening straps on each side. That way these long leftover straps aren't dangling around anymore. The torso length is fully adjustable. On their website it says that it's adjustable from 19 to 23 inches, but in reality it's less. I measured that in reality it's about 16 to 20 inches. I'm roughly 18 inches in torso length and I keep it on the second largest setting. Originally the adjustable Velcro strap was looped through 4 loops. The issue there was that the straps moved around too much, so I looped them through 5 loops and the issue was fixed. The shoulder straps are adjustable down at the bottom and at the top. There's also a chest strap that's adjustable in height. A pro tip there is that if you're carrying much weight, adjust your hip belt real tight and keep your shoulder and chest straps somewhat loosely. That way, most of the weight is balanced towards your legs, not shoulders. And lastly, I wanted to talk about the internal frame. The frame is actually removable from the inside and it seems to be made from aluminum. If at some point the backpack gets dirty enough, you can remove both of the internal frame aluminum rails and just throw it into a washing machine. Now let's talk about the storage of everything. At the bottom, there's a dedicated compartment for your sleeping bag. I like this idea because you're supposed to put lighter gear towards the bottom of the backpack to balance everything out. If, however, you don't want to use it as a separate compartment, you can unzip the divider in the middle and the main compartment turns into one giant 65-liter compartment. There's also another side pocket in the main compartment, which is meant for your water bladder, and also a hole at the top for the water bladder tube to go through. Personally, I haven't used it because I don't like water bladders. At the top, there's another smaller pocket for all the quick grab items, such as snacks, your headlamp, and something similar. You can close the main compartment by tightening both adjustment straps on the top and securing everything with these 2 clips right here. And now let's check out the exterior of this backpack. At the top, there's one large pocket where I usually keep my wallet and sunglasses and other quick grab items. On top of it, there are these 2 adjustment straps for attaching something like a sleeping mat or something similar. On both sides, you'll find 2 fabric mesh pockets for your water bottles. One thing that I don't like about them is that they're too close to the side pockets, so it's much harder to get these bottles out and put them back in if you've put something inside these pockets. There's another 3 pockets on the sides, 2 smaller ones on the right side and 1 larger one on the left side. If you want to, you can also put something long behind these pockets, such as an axe, a tripod, a trekking pole, a fishing rod, or something similar. In the middle, you'll find a large fabric mesh pocket, and towards the bottom, you'll find 2 more adjustment straps for attaching a sleeping mat or something similar. If you carry extra carabiners, you can also attach something to the bottom of the pack, on various places in the middle of the pack, and on both shoulder straps. In terms of storage, I really like how much pockets and other features the Teton Sports 4000 has to offer. Teton Sports is a well-known brand between backpackers. They're an American company that makes affordable outdoor gear. Of course, they aren't as good as Ray, Osprey, and other larger companies, but their prices are much cheaper and their quality is pretty decent. The Teton Sports Explorer 4000 comes with a limited lifetime warranty against materials and defects. This means that, for instance, the loose stitching that I have over here should, in theory, be covered by their warranty. What it doesn't cover, though, is wear from normal use and misuse. Also, the warranty is valid only for the first original owner of the pack. Personally, I think that it's very refreshing to see an affordable backpack with a limited lifetime warranty from a reliable brand. Usually, all the affordable backpacks are made by unknown Chinese brands, and their warranty usually isn't any good. And now let's get into my final verdict on this pack. Let's start with the pros, and there are a lot of them. The Teton 4000 backpack is built from very thick and very durable materials. It also offers a ton of packing features, which means that you'll be able to use it well beyond the 65-liter capacity by attaching a lot of the stuff outside. Another one is that it's very comfortable to wear, especially the hip belt. And lastly, I like the water resistance in the fabric and the rainfly cover that comes with this pack. However, it's not all bright and shiny, because this backpack has some negatives as well. First of all, it's very heavy, which means that it's a huge turnoff for the ultralight backpackers. Another thing that I kind of hate is that when the pack is full, it makes these annoying sounds from the fabrics rubbing against each other. Another one is that the hip belt straps are very long, and if you aren't like fat, then there isn't a way to somehow shorten them. And lastly, the zipper at the bottom is very hard to open and close when the pack is packed full. So would I recommend the Teton Sports Explorer 4000? I guess it depends on what kind of a backpacker you are. If you're doing long distance hiking, I'd suggest going with something lighter. However, if you'll be going out in the wilderness for a few days, or if you'll be doing section hiking, then it will be hard to find something as durable, as reliable, and as versatile as the Teton Sports 4000 in the same price range. For beginner hikers, this backpack right here is one of the best options for 65-liter backpacks. If you do decide to get this backpack, you can find the buying options for this backpack on the full article on HikeMuch or in the video description below. Also, if you're new here and you're interested in hiking, consider subscribing for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.